Tim is here. Tom is here. What did you screw up? You'll see in a minute. This is why you don't reassemble stuff at when you're half asleep, because this is what happens. Exactly what I'm going to show you in a second is what happens when you reassemble MacBooks when you're half asleep. Okay, so my screw up is microscope camera. Okay. So yeah, this is my screw up. What do you see here? Alright, so luckily this won't be too bad to fix, but still. The webcam connector was this board was in here as it is for the webcam connector, that they couldn't push it in, so I pushed it in trying to get it in, and yeah, it took the whole connector off the board. So we're gonna fix this. This won't be too bad. If anyone saw the video the other day on J9500, we're gonna run some wires along the pads through the vias right here, so this should not be too bad. So first things first, let's get rid of these because those aren't going to work. And then I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol down. And start scraping away here. So I'm going to grab a better pair of tweezers. So give me 1 second here. Okay, we're back. So I just scrape away at these little vias right here. This will be kind of a headache job, but it is what it is. Give me a hint where I know your ringtone from Cisco. We're gonna scrape. this tip will not work for this. I need a smaller tip. I'm gonna go with just do the J tip. My iron is working like 75% of the time now, so it's a chance that it won't work. Vacuum extractor is on. Put a little bit of flux down. I think I finally got real Amtech that works. This is the ASM version, not the V2 version. V2 right now is just too lousy. I don't know what happened. I don't know how the latest batch is, but I know the batch I had was no good, to say the least. This tip is too small. I'm gonna open up a fresh new BC1. Or what do I have here? That's too small as well. Where's BC1? I have an old worn out BC1. Oh, I'll just use the worn out BC1. For IPC cert, we use PCB land repair kits. I don't really care about IPC cert. I'll never be IPC certified because I solder like a moron. Cam is here. Tim, do you think dropping out of college is good? It depends what you plan on doing with your life. If you plan on not using what you're learning in college, then if you don't plan on using what you're doing in college and life, then yeah, why not? If you do plan on pursuing whatever you're going to college for, then probably not. Also depends on how much you paid for college. If you paid $40,000 to go to college, probably not. If someone didn't have hot air, could they wick all the pads of an FPC to take it off? No, just push your iron into it and rip it off with your iron. Just don't rip the pads. But get a hot air station. I mean, even if you have a cheap one, if you're just doing iPhones, it's fine. Get a $50 hot air station to start. I think you already have one, though. And I just ripped this. This is no good. And Amtech is still... even ASM is turning into this mess. If you have one, just grab donor boards and just start. I really suck at this, honestly. Okay, you know what? Screw this loop method. I'm going to use just a bigger wire and run it the length of the pad, because I don't feel like doing that this way. The loop method is a better idea, but I'm going to cheat and do it the quick way. Quick way is always the better way. Not necessarily, but... how's the audio sound to everybody in chat? Hopefully better. I think it's all fixed. I don't think there's any more issues from what I've heard. Audio is great. Excellent. Finally. Finally, no complaining people. There's always that one troll in comments that'll complain no matter what. There's always going to be trolls. That's how it goes. Did Mike from Lewis arrive? Yes, this is... I'm using it right now, actually. Piernov is here. Caroline, you summoned Piernov at the perfect time. And Joshua is here. I'm guessing YouTube just sent notifications out. That's usually how it works. Notifications usually come like 20 minutes after the stream starts. Let me cut this. The title isn't clickbait. I'm a dumb technician, and I'm fixing my own screw up. How is that clickbait? What did you screw up? I'm running wires to every pad of this connector because I ripped all the pads. Yeah, it's not clickbait. Every single part of that title is accurate from... I'm surprised my hands are complying right now. Because usually, you guys know how my hands look when I'm soldering. Joshua, it's actually the opposite thing that gets me. If I don't drink coffee is when I shake. This is turning out nice so far. What is Rikija? I have no idea what that is. Let me look it up. %40. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to drink that at work. It's a great idea. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not when you have to drive to get home and deal with people. Tim, how much have you been earning since opening your store? That is not something I'm gonna put in a YouTube live chat. That's not something that you ask in a YouTube live chat. Okay, so I'll tell you. It is between $1 and $10 million. So there's your answer. Since opening my store, I've either earned between $1 and $10 million. He's rolling in money, 2 cars. I have 2 cars? That would be nice. Do you advertise your business using Facebook ads? No, and I'm gonna make a video on why that is I don't. Um, and I'm also going to be doing a video on social media on platforms like Instagram and stuff about marketing on Instagram. How useless Instagram is for business marketing because it does not work. So I'll show you guys. So um let me see. Sound is stuttering. I don't know why. So I'll save this actually for the video, but on Instagram, my business has over just a little bit over 1,000 followers. It's at like 1,200, and it Instagram has got me not one customer. Sound is fine. Sound okay. Everyone is saying sound is fine, so we're good. So Instagram being with 1,200 followers, that has got me not one customer. It's got me please bros, and that's it. It it's yeah, Instagram for business is useless because who goes on there? So let me ask you this. So who goes on Facebook or Instagram to look for device repair? No one. If you see an ad, like if you see a Facebook ad, you're not going to remember that. If I pay $100 of ads, you're going to scroll past that. It's if I pay $100 a day for ads, you're going to scroll right past that. No one is going to remember you when you look for MacBook Logic board repair. If you do not have a damaged MacBook, why are you going to remember that ad? You're going to scroll right past it, and it's not even going to stay in the person's memory. That's why it's useless. Um, Now, Facebook has gotten me business in the manner of referrals on some of the groups and such, but most everybody now does not want to pay. So the market for MacBook repair in the US is starting to go to trash. It honestly is starting to go to trash. Um, and yeah, the issue is that you get these $80 shops, okay, that don't know what they're doing, that charge $80 for board repair, that end up screwing up the board. And here's the thing, all of these places saturate the market, so when someone comes to me for a quote, they're like, oh, well, you know what, this other place is $80 for Retina board repair. And it's like, okay, then go to there. And it was just this other day that this person wanted to send 12 machines here, and I said, okay, it's 240 for Retinas. Here's a discount, I'll do them for 200. I forget the discount I gave him, but it was around 200. I quoted him for each Retina, if he was sending 12. And I forget, there was some post he commented on, well, and then he told me he was going to go somewhere else, and he just commented on one of my posts that, oh, well, recently I sent 10 or 12 to these of machines to some place, and they've had them for like 2 to 3 months, and I had to ask for them back. Well, this is why, okay, this is exactly why I charge $240 to fix them and not $80, and this is what you get for going to the cheap person. So yeah, take your broken devices, and yeah, you've learned your lesson. And that's the problem with how the market is going, is all of the work is getting pre-screwed with by shops that don't know what they're doing, but are funneling all the work in by charging nonsense prices. You know, if you're paying for board repair and you think you're getting good board repair for $80, you're mistaken. You are mistaken. Cheap work isn't good and good work isn't cheap. It's simple as that. Even starting when I was 15 years old or 16 years old, I don't remember, I still never screwed up a board and sent it to someone. Okay, yeah, I might have missoldered something and realized it didn't work and then corrected it, but not once have I screwed something up and then sent it to another person to fix because I couldn't fix it. Not once. And that's the issue here is so much stuff is getting screwed with because these other places that don't know what they're doing are messing with it. And then, yeah, so that's how the market gets destroyed. Unfortunately, it's only going to get worse until these places go out of business. And these kind of places are just no good because they kind of ruin the name of independent repair when they screw up a board and then charge the customer for it, and you know, it's just. Hi, Rob. Another issue that I get here is people not paying the invoices. So here's a mistake. So anybody, this isn't enough to make a dedicated video on it, but anybody that does board repair for stores, do not make the mistake I did. So starting out, what I would do is if it was a repair store, I would send it back before they paid. I would just say, you know what, you're a repair store, I trust you. I'm going to drop this off at FedEx, and you're good. Just pay the invoice. Now, this was great at first. Everybody paid like the same day that I sent that. Now, over time, what starts happening, you start building they think you're building their trust, and what happens is You can do that, and then they start waiting, 2 days to pay the invoice, then it's 3 days to pay the invoice, then it's 4 days, then it's 8 days, then it's a month, then it's 2 months, and it's 3 months. And yeah, this is not good. It's like, and then the tendency of what happens when you ask for money for people that they owe you is they get offended by it. And this is something that you'll see if you ever have to go after an invoice that hasn't been paid, is that the person will get offended that you're asking for the money. And it's like, what do you expect? You send something here to have fixed, and of course it's going to cost money. I don't get what the darn issue is. I don't get what you think. It's not free. But yeah, so that I had to change the policy now for all stores, no matter how long I've been doing business with you. It's here's the thing. It's not really directed at a particular place, because there's so many places that do that. There's so many repair stores that don't pay on time. So it just unfortunately just has to be for everybody now, that nothing leaves here until it's paid for. Fortunately, it's just how it has to be now. I don't like this wire. I'm trying to create I'm gonna be changing some stuff up around here just to make stuff less stressful on me. Um, and in that may result in some customers getting fired. I had this one customer the other day. I won't say too much, but yeah, it's been like the third time this place has done this to me. Here's the thing. I've helped them a lot. I've been to their shop to help them when they couldn't figure something out for free. And then what do I get in return? Treated like garbage. So, when I just put it this way. I don't need someone wanting to know what street I'm on when I'm coming here, because they don't want to wait. I don't need to know the ETA. They don't need to know the ETA of coming to the store on a part of the day that the store is usually closed. And you don't have to blow up my phone about that when you've known it's ready for a week, and then you decide to start throwing a fit because you want to pick it up on a certain day. No. Tough. No. I'm not going to deal with being treated like an employee anymore from stores. I'm not going to deal with the rudeness anymore, because there's zero reason to be rude to someone that's trying to help you. There is zero reason to be rude. I don't get that logic either. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. The shops that act rude are in the very minority. Most of my customers are good, but it only takes that one person to just throw you off the whole day. But yeah, that's another thing, is the rudeness. There's zero reason to be rude. And that's another thing I just don't understand with how repair stores can be sometimes. It's like, I'm trying to help you here, and you're being just so rude to me. And why should I help you? Why should I take the time out of my day to help you when you're treating me like trash? Not gonna deal with that anymore. Trinity is here. What company do you use to process transactions? You mentioned it once. Was it Square? Yes, I use Square. Square has been good to me, so PayPal is trash. Do not use PayPal. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is up with Amtech. Look at this. Amtech never used to be like this. See how it's like hardened? Look, this is hardened. I bet I could take my tweezers and... This is even Amtech ASM, which is a completely different formula than NC559. That's no good. The flux is near impossible to remove. What's the date code on the tube? March 12th, 2020. So a month old. Yeah, I have to do something about the customers that are acting like that. Because here's the thing, and this is something that Lewis has taught me. That you do not need them as a customer, but they need you. If you treat the person that you're sending the repairs you can't do, okay, and keep in mind a lot of these stores I charge, let's say depending on the model, like 150 if it's a 2012 and older, they're charging, $230 for this stuff, or maybe even more. Why would you be rude to someone that's trying to help you like that? Because when next time on some of these shops, when they come back and say, hey, I need you to fix a board, sorry, go somewhere else, seriously. Because if you're going to act and treat me in such a disrespectful manner when I've done nothing wrong to you, then yeah, you by all means, just go somewhere else, find someone else. And then they'll act all, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry I did this. Okay, sometimes they'll apologize like that, and guess what's going to happen? They'll stop doing it for a little bit, and then they go right back to how they were. That's kind of why it's important to end business relationships like that have gone. Because behind every one of these shops is wasting your time by being rude, there's like 10 that aren't, and that will respect you. You know what I mean? So that's why when, it's better to just get rid of them, because there's always going to be better ones. It's never worth dealing with that. And see, that's... Yeah, exactly. If after urgent pickups, after it's waiting for weeks, I just tell them, sorry, I'm out of town. Exactly. And see, here's my problem. I try and be the nice guy, and I try and help. I try and accommodate their requests to pick stuff up like that. No, because what does it get me? It gets me treated like garbage. So no more. The main thing also that gets to me is the invoice paying, because it's okay. So if it was one shop, it's like, okay, big deal. But the thing is, it's not. It's like a bunch of shops that are getting more comfortable with that. And when someone is sending a large number of repairs and isn't paying me for 3 months, and I'm spending all my time on that, that's not, that's no good. So yeah, I'm also gonna do stuff to encourage, if you will, people to pay earlier. I still have to find. I'm pretty sure I could charge late fees on that. 7 days after the invoice is sent, late fees. Just simply because they need to pay. If it's a repair store, okay, so end users get no late fees, nothing like that. But repair stores, it has to be. It's like you have a store, you know what it's like to have a store, and yet you don't want to pay me. It's like, come on, Oh boy, let's see. I better look over this board and see what the last person that touched it did. Hopefully nothing. Yeah, it looks original. Every day I want to be doing board repair rather than college. Cam, if you want to do board repair more than that, I would just leave college. What's the average salary of a MacBook micro solder technician? $5 a day. In all reality, most of what I make is invested back in the business. And the reason for this is that someday it'll pay off. I don't like spending money on stuff for myself. It all goes back into the business. Sprayed some flux remover on that. Opened my store in 2003 because of health issues. I outsourced Logic Board to my friend. Never have I treated them badly, and now I fix some stuff on my own. Exactly. There's zero reason. Wayne, yeah, that's inaccurate. $14 an hour for board repair? Heck no. Heck no. So, I'm not going to share too much about what my store makes or what I make, but when I do hire someone for board repair, they are not going to be paid no $14 an hour. They will be paid in the range of 30 to 45 an hour. So, how much it costs to have a functional repair setup? About 5,000, I'd say. But you don't need all that stuff at first. You can start small. Yeah, $14 an hour for board. If you're good, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about the mall shop that, I replace ChargePort, then that's different. I don't want to mess this up because I think I already messed this up a little bit. But yeah, the $14 an hour, no way. Yeah, if you're just soldering charge ports all day, then yeah, that's fine. But no, the board level diagnostics like this, there's no average pay because most everybody that's good at this has their own shop for one. And being a business owner, you don't really. I mean, I don't care about too much about my own stuff. If I cared about my own stuff, I would not be using a ThinkPad from 2014 or ThinkPad from 2011. I wouldn't be using a computer at work that randomly crashes that has a bad motherboard that works 75% of the time. It's the thing, when you're a business owner, you start to care a lot less about your own personal stuff or the stuff that, you know, you start to spend money on only stuff that you want to or that you need to. Not for the fact that you don't have it, it's just for the fact of, there's more important things. If I had a choice to buy, a, let's say a new laptop for $1,000 or $1,000 in parts, I'd buy the $1,000 in parts. This hexane stuff in the flux, this contact cleaner is just nasty. A degree with in soldering was just so useless. If someone said they had a degree in soldering here, I probably wouldn't even hire them. Because anybody that's usually says, well, I have, CompTIA certifications, those kind of people usually don't know what they're doing. So here's our jumpers. I have to let this dry a little bit. Yeah, it's missing the ground pin pad, but that's not that important for what we're doing here. We'll fix that in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and put conformal coating on these. Actually, I will be right back, so give me about 2 minutes. Okay, I am back. What did I miss? Not much. Okay, conformal coat. We are going to put conformal coat down. Where's my green stuff? We'll put green stuff on the board. Green stuff. What's the name of this green liquid? This name of this green liquid is called green stuff. This is Mechanics UV coating. So what this is going to do is keep our wires in place after we shine some light on it. There, now I caused a seizure in about half of the people in chat, so that's good there. Almost there. Another trick to this stuff is after it's mostly cured, heat it, and you can really tell the was it a bad idea that I got the conformal coating in black? Not at all. Black would probably look better on these boards. Yeah, see, with me with learning stuff, I am terrible at learning when someone is showing me something. So if someone is walking me through this, and this is probably why I did so bad in school, is I just cannot learn when someone else is doing it. I have to figure things out for myself. That's just how I am. In order for me to learn something properly, I have to figure it out myself rather than have someone show it to me. If someone shows it to me, and especially if it's something that is they're forcing me to learn, I just have no interest in that. I cannot follow when someone is teaching me. And this kind of makes sense because think this. So, if I am teaching myself to do something, I'm constantly paying attention. If I'm teaching myself something and I'm doing something, I'm constantly paying attention on that. But if somebody else is teaching me and I'll lose that attention and then you don't learn. So, catch what I'm saying? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my air at around 225. We're going to heat this. You're going to see this change colors. And see how it's coming out right there? That's okay. We're going to clean this other stuff out of here because that's going to cause some issues. Soldering this is going to be a nightmare. I'm actually going to put wires on top of the additional two pads so it sits semi-flat. just mix Clo, whatever that says, 50/50 with IPA best flux on the planet. That almost sounds like something that's gonna kill me if I do that. It's nice and baked on now. What do you think? Should I run wine? No, we'll just try and do it the other way. This I want to put flat. We're gonna put this flat. Let's put some solder on here. What are you achieving by heating it? It kind of bakes it. It bakes it so it hardens better. You could tell it's softer when you just use the UV light, but if I bake it, it turns into like cement. Now I have to grab a connector. Grab a donor board. I'm gonna remove this this connector by bottom heat. Okay, so here's our connector. That's oh, this works out perfect. Let's clean this up a little bit. Good enough. And now is the part where I cry. This is a pair just for data retrieval? No, this is a camera connector. This is something I did stupid the other night, and now I'm paying for it. There's one that's sitting left. No, it's fine. There's one that we still have to run a wire to, actually. Yeah, we're totally fine. I'll get that in a second. There's a couple here that we need to touch up. Yeah, this pin right here, we're gonna jump from right here. So yeah, we're good there. Don't really like how this one is. Oh shoot, come on, what did I do? There we go. The wind is blowing my door open. Yeah, the Samtec is no good, I agree. This is a brand new tube. And this resistor I just knocked off. We're going to put this back. Can't use hot air here. Come back here. Bad little resistor. Yeah, this Amtech sucks. I'm gonna use the old Amtech, I think. This is not like the Amtech that I used to know. And I think that resistor is no good now. So I'm gonna get rid of that resistor and put a new one there. I burned it. Yeah, thing is, I've had a bad batch since like December, so it's something that Amtech changed in their formula. They ruined it. Because this is nothing like what it's okay until it gets hot. In the old Amtech, so the old Amtech used to have a really long effective burn time. This new stuff does not. Yeah, it stays on the board, but it turns into this nonsense. I'll do this resistor last. So I'm just gonna take it. So I'm gonna use this old expired stuff from 2017. So 9/27/2017. This is back when I was barely fixing boards. So this flux is back from I was barely fixing boards. This is what old Amtech used to look like. See how it's all thick, and that's what Amtech used to look like. Not with the thermal paste mixed in though, the thermal paste. See the already the difference in it? It doesn't glob up. Yeah, I guess it still does, but not as bad. Yeah, this globs up just as bad. Maybe it's just me complaining. I don't know. There. That won't glob up, hopefully. Just use more of it. This is why more flux is always better. My iron temperature is at 740, so I don't think it's that. I'll try and get rid of this bridge right here. I don't know. I'll get that in a minute. Just want to focus on getting this one soldered. This one's being a pain. The heck? Look at this. Come on, Amtech. You used to be better than this. Maybe it's just me getting worse. Maybe it's not Amtech getting worse, and maybe it's me getting worse. It's at 740 degrees, so. Yeah, you know, I think what's going on is it's just me getting worse. That's the problem. It's not Amtech, it's me. Alright, I do think that pin is soldered right there. Let me get rid of this bridge. I don't have any small enough knife tips, so that's not gonna work. I'll get that bridge in a second. Let me solder this ground plane. The one I have right now is BC1. I have a K-tip, but the K-tip is like way bigger. Let's see. Let's find the K-tip. Where's the K-tip? I know I have a K-tip here. Yeah, so I have this K-tip, and look at the size of this. This is not gonna work. See that? That's the K-tip I have. Trader Jabari is here. Are you using a weld tip? I have no idea what a weld tip is. What's my solder mix? It's SN6337. Let's clean this off. I'll be right back. I don't want to ultrasonic this, so I'm just going to use the flux remover. Stuff works good. Actually not. We need some more. Gonna use this stuff. Extra strength contact cleaner. This has a little bit more power. Yeah, this stuff just will destroy anything flux related. Also not good to drink. Never drink flux remover or contact cleaner. Hello, I've got my headphones on. No blasting loud music, please. Nobody's blasting loud music. That's kind of tempting me, though. There's no music here. I don't know what anybody heard. Yeah, there's no music here. Still need to clean this up just a little bit. There's a lot under the connector that I haven't been seeming to get out. Do you have some either in your shop? Hang on, wait a second. I've got used to... Vladimir, I'm not sure what you mean. Tim likes to listen to mariachi music. Yeah, right. Last time you were here, you played some nonsense. And then when I got back, I walk in the store and there's this nonsense playing on the speakers loud. Yeah, that almost got Anthony... That almost got Anthony's car keyed. What's your opinion on contact spray for quick flux remover? Well, I just went over there and sprayed this with flux remover or contact cleaner. Works good. I forgot that one little resistor I have to do. That'll be easy though. But I'm gonna stop cleaning. Which means unbelievable how small that thing is. Yeah, so my finger, look. Here's my fingertip, there's the wires. That's how small it is. resistor. That's why he's using a mic. I don't understand. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Make more sense. See, this is what my handles start randomly doing. If my elbow's in the wrong position, yeah, I have to kind of position my elbow in a spot that it won't do that, so I'm not sure what causes that. It's from this darn chair. 1 second here, I'm gonna try and... Let's see. Okay, if I raise the armrest on my chair to be a little bit higher, that's much better. Yeah, that's something in my elbow doing that, I think. Well, it's gotta be. Now this other Amtech, that is VS213A. This stuff works excellent. But the problem with this is it's not taken off by the ultrasonic cleaner, which makes it my second choice. Yeah, earthquake country. This, yeah, the San Andreas Fault is about a mile from here. So yeah, if there's ever an earthquake, I'm screwed. It's simple as that. The shop is screwed. I'm screwed if there's ever an earthquake. So. Hopefully that happens after I'm gone out of the state that I want to leave. Clean this one more time. Need to grab a new can of this stuff. That's good, I'm sure. Yeah, if San Andreas Fault goes, I'm screwed. Hopefully it'll be happen when I'm either somewhere not away from something tall or something that's not going to collapse on me. But yeah. Aren't you near Lancaster? Yeah, Palmdale looks. So the San Andreas Fault runs less than a mile from here, so. FedEx is here. Enough flux has been cleaned. I'll just use Q-tip and alcohol now. Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome.
These are my meter leads. I had FedEx boxes here. I should have given to them. Oh well. But I finally have real meter leads again. You need to have an earthquake kit then, if a bottle of water. Yeah, I probably should, but that's one of those things like, if it happens, it happens. I mean, if it destroyed the area, if it destroyed my store, what would really matter? You know what I mean? I love how repair shops don't pay for their customer stuff. It's always a rush until it's time to pay, then it's never a rush. How often do you go through meter leads? Probably a pair a month. You're not soldered. You're soldered. You're not soldered. You're not soldered. You're not soldered. I did a really lousy job at this. Man, like lousy. Soldered, not soldered. Soldered, not soldered. Not soldered, not soldered. Gonna use Amtech VS2 and 3. Amtech VS2 and 3 just burns away really quick. I have a motherboard with bent CPU pins. Is it worth soldering a new chipset on? No. If you mean solder a new socket to the board, then no. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine, but I'm not doing it. Darn it, I bridged it. At least now I should have a good connection to those. I guess you feel pretty sheepish about it when it's sitting in a random corner of a decade. Then no, I don't. Yeah, whatever. I'm just ready to get out of this state. I'm ready to start fresh somewhere else. And yeah, hopefully I get out of there before a major earthquake happens. Yeah, I'm done with the state, and so I'm working as hard as I can, and then I'm out of here. Gray Mauser says why? So several reasons. One, the area. I don't like the area here at all. Secondly, the opportunity. The state is a pain to deal with when it comes to government. I don't want to feel like being a criminal, having my own business, because that's kind of how they make you feel. I don't want to have to go through the hoops of I knocked off this same darn resistor. I don't want to have to go through the hoops they make you to fix electronics. A lot of times the people out here are very bitter. I don't like dealing with a lot of the people out here that are bitter. It's yeah. The fuel prices are insane. I spend about $80 on fuel every 3 days or so. There is constant stupid stuff from the incredibly intelligent people that run the state. The taxes are insane. It's multiple reasons. What car is that and how many miles? It's a F-150. How many miles on it? There's 214,000. But it's the fact that I just drive a lot. I get around, well, honestly, about 8 mpg right now. So I have an idea of what's going on, but I haven't put too much time into solving it yet. But I think they have a cat plugged up on one side. Because it's only getting about 8 MPG right now, which is no good. Why do you put BH after you make a comment? The person that's doing that. I don't understand that. Get a hybrid might make a difference. I don't want a hybrid. Gas is around like 425 here, so that's the issue. Dan Plumber, I know, I've been thinking about that. Probably. But then you have to go through the state nonsense too, you know. Because I'm not going to have a 6.0 liter with emission controls on it. Stone resistor keeps coming off. Whatever, stay there for now. Fix it in a second after I solder this. There we go. Yeah, but a hybrid... hybrid truck is probably $100,000. You know what I mean? And am I really saving that? We're good. We're good. Come on. Yeah, I really don't want a hybrid at all. I'm gonna use a smaller tip. The really lousy thing that would happen here is if the camera didn't work after all of this. Here's the thing, I don't really, okay, about the thing about emissions and this and that, I'm not going to be here long enough to care about this, okay? Um, I am not going to be here on this planet long enough to care about what, you know, a diesel that I own is going to do about the environment. It's just not going to matter to me. In my lifetime, it's not going to matter. So, with that being said, I really don't care too much about it. You call me selfish, whatever, but it just really, it really doesn't matter. But your kids might be, but yeah, I doubt that'll ever happen, so. Okay, we're good there. Let me clean this up. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, will it be an issue down the road at some point? Maybe. But will I be here? Probably not, you know? Where'd my little resistor go? Oh well, I'll have to grab another one. You don't plan on living forever, says Rob? No, I really don't. Especially if I keep up with the stress that I have now. Another donor board. The thing about being polluted out of existence, that's not going to happen for hundreds and hundreds of years. So I'm not. Not too worried about it. Just think about it. If you can live forever, Kim Kardashian will also live forever. It's not a good thing at all. Yeah, but in 50 years, clone me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Fixing motherboards for 200 years. I don't know about that. Just one of those things, you know? Okay, let's check. Yeah, Rob, exactly. 200 years of MacBook. No thanks. Deal with repair stores for every day, and you won't have to worry about working on MacBooks for 100 years. No, the wire just fell and it just unraveled itself. When will Earth be polluted until it's uninhabitable? I won't. Humans are not. Um, I don't know. What did I have to do? I forgot. Earth will kick us out of the planet. Change too much. Well, that's probably something okay, here's my thing. Will me, really make a difference in that? No. Okay, it's one person, myself, is not going to make a difference. It's not like if I. Yeah, it's just not going to make a difference. Will a million people make a difference? Probably not. Will 3 million people make a difference? No. For a million smart people, yes, they can change things, but people from the Democrats can't. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. But whatever it is, you know. You can't live through life thinking about what's the, you know, how you what the end of yourself is going to be. So I don't care about the pollution. Well, I mean, not that I don't care, but I don't think about that. I don't think about if there's an earthquake, you know, whatever. It doesn't make sense to worry about stuff like that. You can literally go outside and be hit by a bus. You can go outside and a part from a jet engine can hit you in the head. You know, it that's the thing. It's just it makes no sense to go through life worrying about that stuff. Hmm. If I do this, that's pretty cool. Let's check this out. Our life, the goal in life is to prosper and collect money to reproduce and propagate our DNA to, yeah. Um, debating whether to put epoxy or super glue on this too, because I know someone's gonna be rough on it and break it. This is solid when it cures, like cement. I actually, you know what? I have to finish this one MacBook right here that's been stress testing for like 3 hours. Um, Battery charged, we're good. Nice, Apple. 99 Celsius. Nice. Thermal design. Everything seems good. It charged from 0. Is the battery in an error condition? Does not look like it. Does our sound work? The sound appears to work.
Would you like it louder or softer?
I'm gonna start this on. Let's restart. We're gonna run ASD. So this is pretty interesting. When you turn Siri on, it shuts the fan off. That's dumb. This is a 3476. This is gonna get ASD 3S162. Don't even tell me you just failed on no backlight. Nope, we're good. Come on, bring up the boot menu. I don't have all day. Actually, you know what? I have to do an OS install on this too, so this will go out tomorrow, but I can go ahead and send the invoice as soon as it passes. Come on, hurry up, bring up the boot menu. This is ridiculous. I hate when they take this long. Okay, you know what? Holding down the power button, we'll start over. Hurry up. I don't know why some of them take a long time to go into the boot menu like this. It's not really an issue because so many of them do it. So I have no idea what causes that. All I know is it's annoying. Still waiting. I think part of it is my SSD that I use is filling, and finally, here we go. ASD3S162. Let that boot into that, and I'll go back to the board. Tony is here. Tony, I can make you more blind. Check this out. So focus right here. Focus right there. Charles is here. Nice manicure. What do I care about my hands? I mean, I could care less. I work with my hands all day. I could care less. I have disposable gloves, I just don't wear them. Failed ASD already? Really? Why? What did you fail on? Sensor group 5 with core. What? Sensor group? Screw that. Where is ASD? A certain ASD that I don't have. Let's plug this in. Deal with the stupid boot menu again, and let's see which sensor is actually failing. If it passes this other one test, it's fine. There's a squirrel outside that went under someone's car. That's interesting. Okay, Apple Service Diagnostic. Let's see. I think I had a dream about Apple Service Diagnostic last night. Sensor test. P-bus sensor 1, sensor reads below the low limit. Why? Okay. Stay calm. I'll fix that later. I don't want to do that right now. Dreaming about ASD, that's a boring dream. Yeah, that's usually what I dream about is work. Tim, looks like it's time for you to get some rest. I mean, it's 1 p.m., so it's several hours away from rest. But yeah, I am tired because I didn't get to bed until late last night, and temperature in Palmdale right now is like 60 degrees, windy. Will the client pay for all that time? No, because I screwed this up. I did this. I broke the pads on this. So I would never make my customer pay for that. Gonna put a little bit of super glue, right here. And then I'm gonna go get lunch. And I do not want that to go inside the connector, which that would be bad. I want this to go under the connector like that. And let it dry, and this is done. So 2 o'clock is our shipping cutoff here, so I have to stay here until 2. It's pretty solid, and this is done, I think. Maybe I'll put a little drop more super glue over by this other side. What do you usually eat for lunch? Whatever. Honestly, I don't care. It doesn't matter much. Usually not burrito. There's no good places around here for burrito. No, I'm not vegan. No, I try and stay away from fast food, honestly. I've never really ate sushi, but I think that's a good way to get a worm if you aren't careful. I don't tend to eat anything that's raw because eating something that's raw is an excellent way to get a worm, and I don't really want a worm. Getting a worm, I'd imagine, is no fun. Don't buy one of those 2-in-1 stations, it's junk. I feel sleepy now. Yeah, hot air station quick. If you want to be cheap, buy a quick 957. The quick 861 is cheap as it is. I mean, I had a dream about a JBC hot air station the other night as well. I kind of like JBC. I like the handle on JBC. I think I want to get a JBC. If you don't buy a Hakko hot air station, the Quick is loads better. Quick is very good for the money. It's about on par with the JBC, and the JBC is $1,500. The Quick is around $300, so I would go for the Quick. The JBC is an amazing station, though. I've used the Hakko FR810. There's nothing special about that thing. I think it's a piece of junk. I don't like it. I've used it. I think it sucks. So, up to you. Okay, I'm taking off. I gotta finish packing the rest of the stuff for today. And get the stuff out. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have a better stream tomorrow. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.